made a video yesterday and I had this microphone on, thought it was going great, and turns out it died. So I did like this whole video and have no sound to it. Great stuff, and so I'll try to replicate it today. So this is talking to myself, is what I'll call this. So I live in Albuquerque, and the problem that we have is that Albuquerque goes back and forth the last 20 years pretty much between being #1 and #2 per capita, and that's the important thing. So Albuquerque has like 660,000 people. The whole state has 2 million. Right, just in comparison, I've said this before in videos, LA County has 10 million people in the county. And so the whole state of New Mexico has 2 million. And so most people live in Las Cruces, in Albuquerque, Santa Fe. Now, Rio Doso is another big pocket. Hobbs is another big pocket. And of course, Farmington, Gallup, area, Tucumcari, Santa Rosa, one of the bigger towns. But Albuquerque is the largest town. Santa Fe is our capital, which is the oldest capital in North America, allegedly. And so here's our issue. So Albuquerque goes back and forth being #1, #2. Phoenix is in competition with that of #1 deadliest city for people who get shot by police. So deadliest police force because they shoot and ask questions later. So we have been under a CASA agreement. DOJ, the Department of Justice, has been overseeing APD for 8 years, almost 10. They killed James Boyd up in the mountains. He was an unhoused man who was camping up in the wood, up in the kind of the rocks, and had it not been for the lapel mics, that they would have lied about that because they tried to say he resisted, blah blah blah, and then come to find out from the video, no, he had not. And so that case became like this, and they've killed a lot of people similarly, unarmed, unhoused people in mental health crisis, da 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 da. I mean, just this year, they killed a man who was in custody, in handcuffs, had no weapon on him. He's in the back seat of the cruiser. They shot him to death, and the people who shot him were laughing about the whole thing, Solo Garcia. So we have a very deadly police force. Again, and this is the police force that just last year, actually maybe it was the year before that, right, killed a little 15-year-old boy who was hanging out with an older man he was trying to get the little kid was trying to get his bicycle fixed. It could have been a motorcycle, but I think it was a bicycle. And so he was at this guy's house to get his bicycle fixed. And then that guy allegedly, we still have not seen this felony warrant. Police are saying that this guy had. Anyways, this little boy, and the house that this man was at was not even like his house. And the police shot in incendiary devices looking for this man who was holed up in there. They set the house on fire, and this boy died of smoke inhalation. And that was filmed live. And had it not been for that police watch of citizens, the people lied about that too, right? So they caught the place on fire. They wouldn't let the fire department in there to go get the people. They shot incendiary devices into the house, caught on fire. Anyways, he suffocates, and they put his body out in the middle of the street and left it there for hours. Would not even let the fire department or anybody go in there because it's a crime scene. And the man had already been arrested and taken away. So this is the police force that we are dealing with. And despite all of that, or in spite, crime has gone down. So the statistics, FBI statistics, etc., have gone down. And then here's the other thing, our police chief, this is compounding, this is the background for the problem we have that the National Guard have been called up to Albuquerque, this political stunt. But because of all these layers of public safety issues that involve our law enforcement, I want to give you the background as to why this is so deadly and scary to have the National Guard in Albuquerque. And we are going to be having a public forum. We'll have a series of them May 24th at the International District Library, 10 a.m. It's not going to be for everyone. We only have space for 50, and we're going to start with 50. There will hopefully be a public forum. Indivisible is working on Albuquerque to try and get the mayor there. This guy is one big crowd. So we have a lying, murdering police chief who calls in the National Guard trying to say that Albuquerque is so dangerous that the APD officers cannot handle it. We got to bring the National Guard. All right, so then we learned the military drones have been flying over Albuquerque for several weeks. Of course, we have ice here as well. And because Albuquerque is at the crossroads of I-40 going east and west, and I-25 going coming up from Mexico, and I-40 of course goes right all the way to LA and all right, Oklahoma City that way.